Give me 1 minute. Shalom, shalom. This is Truth is Everlasting, Lion's Den. I am Yahweh Sop. I camp out with Lion Den, Hawan Ben Yashua in Jacksonville, Florida. But first, I have to give a prayer to the Father, to the Son, to the elders, to the Akims, and to the women and children around the world in Pale Hebrew language. Kal Halayim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem HaRokah Kodash Mahamath. In the name of Yahweh Shai, in spirit, holy, and in truth. Double honors to the 144,000 chosen elect. Double honors to the elders of GMS. Double honors to the elders of Lion Den's camp. Salutations to the Akims on the four corners of the earth. And to the women and children, Shalom. Okay, well, this is good news and also a funny kind of way video. They spent 75 billion fighting Iran. Then another 300 billion rebuilding Iran just to reopen the Strait of Hormuz that was already open before war started. USA superpower. I'm going to play it, the title of this lesson. Yeah, the Lord shall laugh at him. Okay, here we go. Okay, let me stop it there. Now remember, the people in power are using AI, right? Supposed to be advanced and intelligent. So you figure that one out, okay? Looks like what they're doing more is entertaining people, pretending that the Edomites pretending that they're in control when really who's in control is Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai. I want to go to Psalm chapter 37, verse 13. Yahweh Shai shall laugh at him, for he sees that his day is coming. Right? The whole world is laughing because they know that the end of the Edomites is coming. Doesn't mean that they're going to be able to stop World War III, right? They have to follow through with World War III. That's their solution, but really it's Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai who already said the first words and the last words that he will bring fire, right, on earth, on this wicked kingdom, this wicked empire. I want to go to Psalm chapter 2. Let's start with verse 1. Let me see. Why do the heathens rage and the people imagine a vain thing? Verse 2. The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against Yahweh Shai and against his anointed, saying, verse 3, let us break their bands as under, and cast away their cord from us. Verse 4, he that sits in heaven shall laugh. Yahushua shall have them in derision, right? Derision means spirited mockery, scorn, or contemptuous laughter, direct at someone or something, make them look foolish or worthless. People around the world have woken up to the truth, thanks to the elders that have been out for so many years, okay? Starting with Apostle Tahar and with the other elders around the world, as well as my elder, okay? Being consistent in the name of Yahweh Shai, right? And now the wicked, they're going to have to bring something real drastic, okay? They're not going to go into the darkness, without putting up a fight. Verse 2, kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and ye perish from the way, when his wrath is kindled but a little. Blessed are all they that put their trust in him. Right? And I said for them, walking to the darkness, but really they don't want to walk into the light, because in truth, they know that their second coming is going to be, once his kingdom is destroyed by the hand of Yahweh Shai and the host of angels, the army of angels. The wicked knows, the Edomites, that they're going into slavery for 1,000 years. And they got to stop that whichever way they can. I want to go back to Psalm chapter 37, Slakia, on verse 14. The wicked have drawn out the sword, and have bent their bow, to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as be of upright conversation. Verse 15. Their swords shall enter into their own hearts, into their own mind, and their bows shall be broken. Yeah. And the whole world's witnessing that. Okay? You see, when the Edomites had the power of weapons, right? That other countries did not have at one time. He was a bully, going around the world, raping, robbing, plundering, unaliving people. But now that around the world been catching up, right, with weapons and technology, well, now the tables are turning. Let me go to Micah. Is it Micah? Give me a minute. I gotta check. Yeah, Micah, chapter 5, verse 15. And I will execute vengeance in anger and fury upon the heathens, such as they have not heard. So what we see right now is only the beginning. Yes, it's gonna get bad for everybody around the world, okay? Especially, the so-called Negros, Latinos, and speckled birds, right? But it's gonna get worse for the Edomites, because even his own kind wants to put a stop of what the wicked Edomites are doing. I'm gonna go back to Psalm chapter 37, verse 16. But even the Edomites that are against Edomites, they're still going to come after us and after our people, okay? Because they're going to use that as an excuse also. 16 I said, right? Yeah. Verse 16, a little that a righteous man has is better than the riches of many wicked. Right? So, if our people, which 2/3, that's all they want to be like the wicked, filthy rich, when all they have to do is, repent, those who are called, when I say that, okay, because 2/3 is going to be 2/3. They're not going to change, right? But those that are called, men, women, and children, to repent, and you're going to be filthy rich anyway in the kingdom when it comes back with Yahweh Shai. Because everything that the wicked has is going to be taken away from them. It's not theirs anyway. Okay? Let me see something. I jump to verse 9. For evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait upon Yahweh Shai, they shall inherit the earth. You see? So, they're not going to keep, the wicked's not going to keep living for eternity. AI is not that advanced, not that intelligent, okay? Proverbs chapter 15, verse 16. If anything, Yahushua is going to put a stop of AI because the data center, the brain center, right? 'Cause that's what it really is, a brain, um, is destroying the earth. Okay, and it's also causing too much problems to the living. Where was I? Slaki. I said Proverbs 15, verse 16. Better is little with the fear of Yahweh Shai than great treasure and trouble therewith. Right? Because these wicked, for you to be wealthy, filthy wealthy, right? In the level of billionaires, you have to bow down and worship their belief system. Okay? Or else they're not gonna accept you, and they're not gonna accept you having all that kind of wealth. I'm gonna jump to verse 29. Yahweh Shai is far from the wicked, but he hears the prayers of the righteous. Let me go to Proverbs 16, start with verse 4. Yahushua has made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. Hmm? So Edomites keep acting like they're the ones that are controlling everything when they're also being controlled by Yahweh and Yahushua. Right? For those who can receive it and understand it. Verse 8, better is a little with righteousness than great revenue without right. Yeah, because, the wicked, I remember years ago, I'm talking in the 70s, when they used to use the word a lot, and written down too in their contracts, this is a privilege. But they removed the word privilege and they said this is a right. When really true right only comes from Yahweh and Yahushai. You see? They want you to surrender those rights and take their artificial rights. How you like that? So like I'm going to jump to verse, where was I? 18, Salakia. Pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Verse 19. Better it is to be of a humble spirit with the lowly, Salakia, than to divide the spoil with the proud. Okay? And boy, are the wicked proud, right? I mean, they're coming out saying that they're the ones who invented everything. And that's not true, right? It was our people. I'm going to leave it with Psalm 59, verse 8. But thou, O Yahweh Shai, shalt laugh at them. Thou shalt have all the heathens in derision. Hmm? They're not going to escape. We're just waiting for them to bring in the mandate of worldwide cashless society, and then mandate the MOTV, the Charagma. Once they do that, then the sky will crack open, and Yahweh Shai will come back and stop this madness. I hope that this was edifying, and with that I'll say Shalom.